How you doing today? Jimmy Hudson here from Memphis, Tennessee. I've been in Columbus, Ohio now for about 3 years. You might have heard of me from the Jimmy Hudson Band at jimmyhudsonband.com. Also, I do private guitar lessons for intermediate through advanced and professional students right here in my really nice home studio. I wanted to talk about this really cool Nashville Tele Deluxe that I have. It's a Fender, one of the, I guess, top of the line Mexican made ones, whatever. So I did some mods on this guitar. When I first got it, there was something about it, like I really liked the guitar, but it never just quite felt right. It never really played right for me. It didn't sound right. And it was a shame. I just let it sit there for a year, and I don't know why I waited that long. So anyway, I was watching some YouTube videos, and I saw this older guy, one of the old Tele masters, I forget who it was, but he flipped around his Tele controls. And I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. So the other thing, the first thing that I do when I buy a guitar is I yank the pickups out. And I tried several pickup combinations in this. And this by far, I've had a few Teles. This is my favorite Tele bridge pickup. It's a Seymour Duncan Tele stack, I think is what it is. Anyway, it's a stacked humbucker. I think the resistance is like 23.6K or something ridiculously hot. So it's hotter than just about any humbucker you could possibly think of. And then I put the same thing here in the middle. And usually a Tele doesn't have a middle pickup. And used to, I never used the middle pickup, but as I've gotten older, I've actually found uses for it, and I thought it was a rather cool combination. So anyway, I found this company called Atlantic Custom Guitars. They're on eBay. He's got an eBay store, and I believe it's atlanticcustomguitars.com. You can look it up. Google's your friend. Well, kind of, when they're not spying on you and doing, creepy crap like that, Anyway, he uses top quality components. He uses the best of the best potentiometers, the wires, the switch, the circuitry, everything. And he builds exactly what you want. So my biggest complaint that I had on this guitar was that I couldn't get that traditional Tele sound, which a Tele usually has two pickups, these two, and you have the neck switch and the switch of both pickups, and then this switch. Well, this guitar, you couldn't do both pickups. So that I was like, well, this is cool to have the combination of three pickups like a Strat, but if I want a Strat, I'll play my Strat. I got a couple Strats. So anyway, I figured out through him, I started looking on eBay, because I wired this backwards myself initially, and that was kind of a pain. And then the switch, the way it was wired, it would have been a pain to wire it. I was thinking like maybe go neck pickup, and then neck and middle pickup, and then middle pickup, and then instead of these two, I barely ever use that combination. I was going to make that these two. Well, I saw this guy, he builds whatever you want, and he builds it that day. So if you buy something, as long as it's in the afternoon, he's going to build it that day for you. And he's very, very communicative, with his emails and stuff. So anyway, I knew that I needed to take this guitar in to get a new nut cut and to have my frets leveled and crowned and everything. And I've got a good friend of mine, Mike Cox, that owns A String Instrument Repair here in Columbus. And he's refretted a few of my guitars. So I was very happy with that. I knew that the guitar was going to be a part anyway, so I went ahead and I pulled the trigger and I ordered this. And it was one of the best things I ever did, because, man, it made a huge difference on sound. But the cool thing, like, this is already a versatile guitar. Like, I can get that thick. You can get that real nice sound there, or, maybe. Now, another thing for me personally, the middle pickup usually gets in my way. So I lowered this pickup down so that my pick, wasn't ever hitting it or anything like that. So that's why I had to get a really hot pickup here. And then, of course, the mid. That's a cool feature to have on a Tele. and then these two together. And of course this one to get that click. You know, get that classic Tele sound with that bridge pickup. So here's the cool part of what I had done. What I had did was, check this out, a push-pull knob right here, and this, with this switch down here, allows me to have access to these two pickups. So I can get the... And of course I got this, you know, my volume's over here, so I can now... And then, you know, I've got that, you get that sweet spot on the Tele, just rolling off the tone a little bit when you're on those two outside pickups. And then I was pleasantly surprised by this other setting. Super cool. This is all three pickups. And again, I got my tone knob rolled back just a little bit. I mean, that's a cool sound, you know. It's a very versatile, you know, very wide range of a sound there that you got. And the other cool thing about this being a humbucker right here, this guitar really does scream, and I can get that soulful, you know, bluesy sound. Well, okay, that's not really a blues setting. How about maybe and then I can come over here though and really just let it rip, you know, on this setting here. So, the few mods that I did cost me less than $100. Well, outside of upgrading the pickups, but that's personal choice, you know. The few mods that I did cost less than $100 to do and have it installed. And to me, it is well worth spending that extra money to have, you know, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, you got this pickup, then you got these two, then you got this pickup, then these two, then that pickup. And then you pull this, and you got the two outside pickups, and you go here, and you got all three pickups. So you got a guitar that normally has 3 pickup settings, and now you have 7. So to me, that's cool as shit. Anyway, peace out, y'all. If you need guitar lessons in the Columbus area, feel free to contact me, jimmyhudson.net, or also jimmyhudsonband.com. That's probably my bigger site. And my band, we play all over town here. Check out our schedule. It's a Memphis band here in Columbus, Ohio. So super, super cool stuff. We do a little bit of everything for everybody. And I do guitar lessons right here in my home studio. It's a very sweet studio. We put all the lessons up on my huge TV right here. So instead of having to crowd around a little music stand and some tiny little walk-in closet, this is a pretty good sized room here, and it really is like the ultimate man cave for guitarists. So I do guitar lessons, private lessons right here. I'm at Sawmill Road in 270 against jimmyhudsonband.com or jimmyhudson.net, and of course my YouTube channel is White Crane 1234, and also Atlantic Custom Guitars. Yeah, Atlantic Custom Guitars right here. Super cool company to work with. They will build whatever you want. And then Mike Cox with A String Instrument Repair. He does all my work. So thank you very much. Goodbye.